Welcome to Learn About Law. My name is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law. And today we're going to talk about Immigration Form I-130. It's also known as the Petition for an Alien Relative, and what it is, it's a supporting document for a family-based visa or green card. It's a prerequisite to a family-based visa or green card. It's not the green card or visa petition itself, but an underlying fundamental document that has to be filed before the green card petition will be considered. Form I-130 basically is a petition by a current citizen or permanent resident of the United States to sponsor the green card petition of a family member that they want to help immigrate to the United States. It establishes the familial relationship and the intention to assist that person immigrating to the United States. So first, let's talk about some changes to the form itself that have happened in the past year, and then we'll talk about the process for filing the form and getting it approved. First of all, effective April 28th, 2017, we have a new Form I-130 that's been propounded by the Office of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. It's got some additional questions regarding the petitioner that need to be answered. Things like their employment history, current and prior spouses, and physical identifying info such as ethnicity, eye color, hair color, height, and weight. Just to be clear here, bears repeating, the petitioner is the person within the United States, the citizen or permanent resident, that's helping the beneficiary, the person who's trying to immigrate to the United States, their relative. So when I say petitioner, that's the person who's actually in the U.S. already. The beneficiary is the person who's trying to immigrate to the U.S. So this new information requested is concerning the petitioner themselves. It also has a new supplemental spouse beneficiary form, Form I-130A, that needs to be filled out for information on any spouse that you're trying to help immigrate to the United States. So it only needs to be filled out for spouses, not other relatives like, parents, children, and cousins. So the big thing that you need to know, though, is that the instructions to Form I-130 have been revised to say that you may be called, if you're the petitioner, you may be called in for an interview, and you may have to provide more background information on yourself. The USCIS, which is the U.S. Office of Citizenship and Immigration Services, may do background checks on you, including an FBI criminal history check. They also may ask for further verification of your identity, photographs, fingerprints, stuff like that. So it doesn't happen in every case, but this is something new, this interview that is new as of April 28, 2017. So once you've filled out the form, you can't drop it off at a USCIS office. You have to mail it to the appropriate place. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, if you've done everything correctly and there's a bunch of supplemental stuff that goes in with the form. If you've supplied everything you're supposed to supply, you'll receive a notice from the USCIS that they've received the document and that it's complete. And that's when the review process starts. So the initial review they do is just to make sure that everything's been filled out correctly, everything's been sent in correctly, and the document's complete. So within 2 to 3 weeks, if you've done things right, you should get a notice that everything's complete. If you haven't done everything right, the USCIS will do one of two things. They'll either mail you back the entire document and say, oops, here's what's wrong, try again, or not even tell you what's wrong, say it was done incorrectly. Or they'll send you a letter saying, here's the things that were missing from your initial petition. Please supplement your initial filing with these things. So then, step 2 is really, after you filled out the petition, it's just making sure that the USCIS is actually reviewing it, that it's complete, and it's being processed. Step 3 is the actual review of the contents, not the completeness, but the contents of the petition, and then approval of the petition. How long this takes depends on whether the person you're trying to help immigrate into the United States is an immediate relative or something that we call family preference. Family preference is anything but an immediate relative. An immediate relative is defined as a parent, spouse, or a child under the age of 21 that is unmarried. So those are the people that get an expedited process. For immediate relatives, there's no limit on the number of immediate relatives that can be issued green cards, and they're given priority in line over everybody else. If you're not an immediate relative, you're family preference. And in this case, there's a long waiting list, several years long actually, So the USCIS won't even get started on Form I-130 review for them until they're around the time of their waiting list. So it really matters what designation the person who you're trying to help immigrate has. If they're an immediate relative, you can expect an approval of your Form I-130 within 5 to 9 months. If they're family preference, which is anyone but an immediate relative, it can take several years before USCIS gets around to it, because even if they complete their review, they're going to be in a waiting list to get in that's several years long based on the date of filing their green card petition. So step 4, once the petition has been approved, then the next step is actually moving on to processing the green card, because remember, Form I-130 is not the green card petition itself, it's just a supplementary document that's a prerequisite. So once Form I-130 is approved, then the next step is for the USCIS to, if the person is already in the United States, just begin reviewing the green card petition and go through the approval process with the green card petition. If the person is outside of the United States, the USCIS will send the approval of Form I-130 to the National Visa Center, and the National Visa Center will arrange for an interview at the U.S. Consular Office for the beneficiary, the person trying to immigrate, at whatever country that they're currently located in. And then, so that from there on, they move forward with the green card process. So that's really everything you need to know about Form I-130. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions. Thanks so much for listening.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week, and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit makingrealestatefun.com for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation. Thanks for watching.